when you got a bunch of dudes just saying the same generic shit, live your best life, bro, and flexing and acting like having money and material shit is some kind of way equal to being men, it's gross. It's disgusting, because we've got a culture of fake peacock dudes that are so vaginal. The way that they react to shit, the way that they view things, the way that they place importance on shit that women care about is insane. And these same dudes are the ones who are preaching, that they're 1% motherfuckers and they're alphas and all this. I've made no secret about my disdain, my almost hatred for these fake motherfuckers, because what they do is more harm than good for men. They've got a lot of dudes looking up to them. They've got dudes paying them for advice, looking to them for guidance, and they're perpetrating a fraud. And any real man can look at these dudes, from the motherfuckers who can't stop talking about pimps to the clowns that bring the bobbleheads on their show just to berate them and recite their Daddy Tomasi shit. It's a circus, and it's gotten to be just like our society. It's disgusting. And again, any man that listens to these little punks talk about women knows that they're paying for all the women that they deal with. No woman of any value would have anything to do with these dudes. Myron Gaines is probably has a lot of sugar in his tank. That dude, if he ain't all the way on the other side, I know he jumps back and forth across that fence. That's my opinion, just by the way the dude moves, the way that he talks. And while these two punk bitches can sit over there and talk all the shit they want, throw rocks and stones and kick women out and flex and beat on the chest all they want, they can't handle when men look at them and say, "You're kind of like a hoe. You act like a little boy. Your viewpoint is kind of weak."
Keep in mind, these guys are not experts. Okay, these guys are nobodies. Like, literally just guys off the street. Like, literally could not explain it better. Guys off the street, okay, that were good at faking a lifestyle. So here we have, contact us. Want to do a live coaching session with John Anthony in Miami. Okay, here it is from Myron. Email the great Lord Gaines at gmail.com. I blocked out his phone number out of courtesy. Want to do a live coaching session with John Anthony in Miami. Hey, John, Cliff Notes, so don't waste time. My IG is unpluggedfit. Okay, now it's Freshandfit. I'm an intermediate. Here he is, self-proclaimed intermediate. Not advanced. Not elite. Okay? And now here we have his lay count. 29. He's 29 years old. Lay count is 128. I say all over the place that I hit 100 girls in June 2012. Okay, now here we are in beginning of 2021. Okay, so Myron's about 8 years behind me in game progress. Now, I love this part, since guys keep saying that Myron and Modern Life Dating are claiming to slam 9s and 10s in Miami, which is full BS. Women, my quality varies between 4 and 8. The girls he's banging are between a 4 and an 8. First of all, with an upper limit of 8, you're not banging 9s and 10s.
This motherfucker is knockoff. This is authentic right here, right? So I'm just looking at it, and I'm over here looking like, damn, every time I come over here and there's another woman about the bed, I'm like, the f*** is you doing over here? You know what I'm saying? That's the that I went and got, you know what I'm saying, and brought to the podcast, and then he later leveraged her, wined and dined her, bought her some goddamn mushu sushis or whatever the f*** these niggas do to get these bitches back to their bed. But I just thought to myself, damn, dog, if I'm supplying all the chicks on your damn show, and I'm supplying all the motherfucking girls in between your sheets, damn, nigga, you about to start breaking me off, because, you know what I'm saying? I might as well be your dating coach. You know what I'm saying? I might as well be your motherfucking planner. There's no way possible he's touching even close to the type of numbers, you see what I'm saying, that I've touched in women. I'm not saying that to brag. What I'm trying to say is there's a difference between regurgitating shit from the rational male book and actually living these experiences, actually having these escapades, actually having these failures and these successes with women. Myron is not an in-the-field dude. He's a spectator dude. He talks about Miami being the dating Olympics. He was watching that Olympics. He wasn't one of the athletes in that motherfucking Olympics. He wasn't wearing a gold medal at the end of that. Knock it the f*** off. So that's what I'm trying to say. There's a difference between somebody that's like book smart, they've read up on other people's experiences that are documented, and then there's somebody that's been dealing with it, trial and error. They've experienced it in their life. Who've actually been through it. Exactly. I'm gonna keep it a stack. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here letting these girls finesse you, bro. Don't let it. Look, we're out here to prevent men from getting finessed by these bro. We're trying to have guys navigate the landscape, bro. Really? Because you're getting fleeced and finessed by bitches. This motherfucker damn near crying on the phone to me because some chick that works at Dirty Rapid that he was fucking is doing something in day trading or whatever. This fucking dumb motherfucker gave this broad, I think it was like $1,500. Oh. Yeah, remember? She took his money, she did what she did with it, she flipped the motherfucking shit and then started ignoring his fucking calls. Didn't want to respond to him. He's threatening to go up there and do something. Go up there and do what, nigga? Do what? In the Me Too era, you're gonna go up and threaten a female publicly at her job? Nigga, the bouncers will rub you the f out like a cigarette on the curb, nigga. You're not gonna do nothing but have your money taken.
Because if you follow my Twitter feed, there's literally pictures of me with hundreds of women, like hundreds of beautiful women. Like they're there in my house, in my bed. Like it's very hard to dispute it, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why I like to think the whole space needs, like you need to show you're about something, but there's not much of it in this space. And at the end of the day, we have to be objective, right? So if you're going to be a dating coach and talk about girls and you don't have any girls, then then to some degree, without throwing shade or being seen as bitchy, to some degree, then yes, you are lying. You are a fraudster to some degree. Like if I say I can fight but I can't, you know, it's a different thing. So there's definitely been a new wave. I've seen that some people have identified, like yourself and like Anthony Johnson, the president, they've identified that the biggest thing holding the space back is fakers. And I feel like there's been a war against the fakers to try and to get the movement moving again, right? Because you give the feminists a lot of ammo if the whole movement is full of fakers.
I just think, let me be politically correct, semi-politically correct. I think everybody should just genuinely be looking to be as honest as possible as individuals. And I think a lot of the reason why they lie is because they feel like they wouldn't have a brand or they wouldn't be able to say anything if they told the truth. And that might be true, but there's a whole bunch of dudes out there which, are just pure liars.
And to lie like some of these dudes are, you gotta be dumb.
Yeah.
Like, this is some dumb shit, man.
Yeah, and what's kind of crazy about it is the guys, once you start saying you're a playboy and you're slaying pussy, well now you have a huge issue, and the issue is, where's your proof?
Receipts.
What you'll find with a lot of the dating experts in the Manosphere is that they all adhere to the do as I say, but not as I do philosophy. This is where you fake the success and credentials before you have it, earn money selling courses and super chats based on your fake expertise, and then use the proceeds to make it look like you're legit. A friend told me once, the rich guy in the room doesn't have to tell you he's rich. That has always stuck with me. For those of you lost young men who are looking for guidance, the high value male in the room doesn't have to tell you he's high value. Keep that in mind when you hear these clowns remind you every 5 minutes they're high value.
But there are a lot of people out here who call themselves high value men, and we need to talk about this as a topic as well. The notion of fake it till you make it is on a lot of people's mouth today, and I need to be really clear. Discipline and integrity are critical, in my personal opinion, to remaining high value. Integrity won't allow you to do wrong and sleep well at night. There are too many people smart in this space right now who could be slinging slum and doing it just as good as anybody down on any corner or anywhere. You could be pushing weights up and so forth. You just don't want, it's not that you don't want the money. It ain't even the jail time. You don't want to be pushing poison. I learned this in sales. Glenn Ross talked about how oftentimes people will go into a marketplace that's virgin territory, come in there with a new sales pitch, a new sales idea, sell stuff to people that they don't need, that they really don't necessarily, and dupe everybody and pollute the market for decades. Integrity stops that. See, what a lot of you folks get hung up on is the realities of life, but there are always choices that everyone must make. This is why it is so difficult to be high value under 30 years old, because there's a certain amount of wisdom that comes. Knowledge is fine. You can Google something, but knowledge that's gotten cheaply is not worth a lot. You want to understand what market confidence is? Look at what happens when a brand destroys market confidence, and look how quickly they lose stock, lose customers, lose everything else. Market confidence matters. Ethical behavior. I don't deal with unethical people. If If I find out you're unethical, I won't deal with you. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll even go to my table, try to explain it to you. But an unethical person can't be trusted. And like high value, we often talk about these concepts, but we never put it to paper and define what they mean. I defined high value, what it meant and what it traditionally means. It's multi-layered, it's multifaceted. That's why it's so difficult to attain at a young age. It requires a certain amount of experience, failures, wisdoms, recalibrations, losses. This is why far too many young guys want to be taken seriously like Icarus, and you get frustrated when the old guys are telling you something and it's like, well, y'all don't know what the hell you're talking about. There's always been an Icarus. But they're not telling you because they're trying to hate on you. They're telling you because they don't want you to die. But again, so many of us have such a negative relationship with masculine authority and manhood in our own culture. We buck when a man older than us tells us anything because we all men. Oh, wrong. But you can fail, learn, and do better. But you have to be humble. You have to recognize that there's always a bigger fish. Humility. It's been said so many times, the people you step on the way up are the people you see on the way down.